history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took.
Welcome back. It's 10:35 right here in the heart of the Riverbend. That is downtown Alton. On the second day of December, John Becker joins me now with Habitat for Humanity. Sir, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, CJ. How are you?
Oh, we're getting through it. I can taste Saturday, so I'm excited. About, 24 minutes left. But you guys are up to some great things over at Habitat for Humanity. Care to share it with us?
Yeah, I would. I want to tell you, I'm a big fan of the show, and I appreciate your time. And
Oh.
Lewis and Clark Habitat for Humanity is just does a tremendous job, and I'm not just saying that because I'm the executive director, but I've done non-for-profit management, and I manage the YWCA and Senior Services Plus, and always very happy with the work we accomplish there. But I've rarely been involved with a non-for-profit that has such a huge impact in the community and people's lives. So Habitat for Humanity was formed in the late 70s by a gentleman named Milton Friedman. He was a pastor in Atlanta and noticed there was a lot of African Americans and lower income white folks that could not buy a home. And he started building homes and asking folks that needed one to help with that process. And it evolved, if you can believe it, from one gentleman's effort to the organization today, which is built over 1 million homes in its entire history.
Wow.
Lewis and Clark Habitat for Humanity is the local organization. We're parent company is Habitat for Humanity International, but we are a 501c3, a non-for-profit that covers Bond, Madison, and St. Clair County. We were formed in 1993, and since that time, we've built over 50 homes.
Wow. That's incredible. I mean, that is really incredible. And, John, I saw that, you sent me a press release, and I didn't even realize that you guys had different ways for us to support this incredible organization over in Collinsville with the Restore. Can you share with us a little bit of information about that?
Yeah. So one thing that amazes me, and I started with Habitat in June, although I volunteered in the past and I've known of their organization, but I started in June as a part-time executive director, and it's the mission of what they accomplish and how they do it. So they have Habitat, our Lewis and Clark Restore, which operates at 1956 Orchard, in the Orchard Shopping Center in Collinsville. So essentially, that's what we call a social enterprise, and a lot of non-for-profits have them. I started several at Senior Services, and I've worked with agencies in the past that have them. And it's their way, instead of just asking for money, they try to give value back to folks who want to support the agency. And how we do that now is we resell furniture, construction items, and some household goods. And what we have done in the past 2 months, the Restore manager and the team have done a fantastic job of expanding hours. We're open from 10 to 6 now, Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturdays. But we're also partnering with Lowe's, and we're getting some of their slightly used and really new, just slightly damaged product and stuff that's going out of stock, and we're selling it in the store. We had a gentleman that come in the other day and donated 100 sheets of 12-foot drywall, and they went in a heartbeat. But that's the kind of thing we're doing to raise money to build homes.
That's incredible. And, I couldn't even imagine just the joy of seeing, some of the, seeing or meeting maybe even some of the families that you've helped with these builds. I mean, 50 homes is really cool. And you've had a great career here in the community of supporting and being a part of so many great not-for-profits. Has that been something that's always been a part of your life, or is that something that you adapted and kind of found your own path with later on?
Well, that's a great question. Uh, I went to school in at SIU Carbondale in 1979, and let's just say I enjoyed myself for 5 years. Got a 2-year degree. So, I'm getting to the end of my 5-year sabbatical, is what I called it, and I was really not sure what I wanted to do, and I was a hired by a friend to be an attendant, which is a personal care aide for people in wheelchairs. And I had a gentleman who started the first um, independent living center in Belleville or the St. Clair County area, who kind of took me aside and mentored me. And he got me started working with people with disabilities. And then I've worked with, of course, seniors and in foster care. And he's the one that got me started on my path. And non-for-profit social services, community-based organizations, it's tough work because you're dealing with trying to support change in people's lives, and that is a challenge in itself. And you're doing it working in an organization that is operating at the very leanest it can, doing multiple jobs. And yeah, I've been really happy with my entire career for the things I've been able to work with other people and accomplish.
Absolutely. And I ask this question to everybody because the pandemic question is always great. And I know that you've been with Habitat officially for a few months, but been a part of their organization for quite some time. Just with the not-for-profit organizations as a whole, and just with your experience in it, how did the pandemic kind of affect the your guys' industry, in terms, not really an industry, but in terms of the not-for-profits, and how were you able to adapt that and kind of evolve it for, not even just the pandemic, but post-pandemic organizations?
So, once again, all great questions.
This is the 60 minutes portion of the show,
Well, you have prepared well, sir. What I would say of COVID, it has literally changed every industry, every business, but it's been especially hard on non-for-profits because work for non-for-profits in terms of supporting people in their homes, providing community-based services has never stopped. But what they have been affected by is we had at the Restore, we had just expanded the Restore in a new location and had the opening, and then COVID hit, and we had to reduce hours, follow COVID rules, and it really hurt the business. So
Right.
we've rebounded from that and been able to expand. And what I like about it is it's a way for people to come in and get some value for their money and support a great organization. But the other thing that's affected all non-for-profits is employee recruitment and retention.
Right.
That is a challenge that is not going away. And from my time in the senior world, the simple fact is there's not enough people. Um, Before the pandemic, there's a lot of statistics that obviously I got from working with seniors, and one of the biggest one was there are going to be more people over the age of 65 by 2050 than are under the age of 12. So people
Wow.
aren't having enough kids, and there's not enough people, and now we're seeing it.
Wow. And that's something that's never been brought up on the show before. That's an excellent point. I mean, that really is an excellent point. And, John, it's been great talking to you. We got a couple of minutes left. So, for any more information out there that we didn't get to hit, would you like to highlight that now? What am I forgetting here?
Well, what I would say is, like with a lot of agencies, we're at the year end. Hopefully, people will see fit to support us. You can go to Lewis and Clark. Habitatforhumanity.org is our website. But remember this, I've worked at a lot of agencies. This is one of the few, if not only agencies, when people give money to go to build a home, 100% of it goes. Our administrative overhead, I mean, I'm a part-time executive director, is less than 5%. And you
Wow.
don't find that. Yeah,
No.
it's incredible. We have a staff of 10 people, and 7 of the folks work in the Restore. We do donation pickup. and sorting a good or product that comes in, but your money goes to have an immediate impact. We're just starting to build in Alton, and we're really hoping that folks support that because all dollars are volunteer dollars and donations raised along with the restore.
Absolutely. And we're going to post a link to Habitat for Humanity's website here locally. So for all of you that are watching on demand, there's an opportunity if you have anything left over or looking to be in the spirit of giving this holiday season, a hell of an organization to donate to would be Habitat for Humanity. That's incredible. I didn't realize it was that large of a percentage that goes directly right back into the projects, into the organization. That's incredible, John.
Yeah, it is. I'm really proud of that. And, I kind of see part of my desire to work there part time. It's what I want to do when I get past retirement. And the people that we accept in the program that get the homes, they work on the homes. They come in and volunteer. They're required to do financial management classes, and most importantly, they have to put in sweat equity. And you know,
I
we
like
don't
that
give
term.
these.
I
We
like
don't.
that term.
Well, we don't give the homes away. I mean, folks get a 0% interest mortgage, and they're basically buying the homes for the cost of building it, but the actual appraised value is a second mortgage, and that's forgiven if they pay it off. So it's a tremendous deal to provide affordable housing for low income folks.
Absolutely. And John, thank you so much for your time today. Anytime you have any news that you'd like to share with us on anything you're working on, a lot of great stuff you're doing, feel free to hop back on and let us know about it.
Well, I greatly appreciate your time, CJ. Your show's, in my mind, a huge success.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you.
It's 10:47 in the heart of the Riverbend. Coming up, Luis Noya gives us a little bit of a preview of the weekend ahead for sports. We hear all about it right after this in downtown Alton.